A very good evening and welcome to today's live session. This is Gayatri here. So as you all know, today the session is for the preparation of IBPS PO Prelims Examination. I hope all of you are almost done with your preparation and you are doing your revision. So the exam is scheduled next week starting from 13th. So I hope all of you are ready and all geared up to give the exam. So this last few days is very important. Do revise all the topics thoroughly, that whatever you have prepared. Okay, take up these mock tests towards the end. That is also very important. It will give you a feel of the actual examination and learn from the mistakes that you make when you take a test. So all the very best with your preparation. I hope a lot of you get selected this time once the exam is over. Okay, so let's start. So today we are going to be discussing quantitative ability section for the IBPS PO Prelims, and the questions chosen for today's session are questions that were asked in the last week All India mock examination. I hope all of you had attended the last week All India mock examination. So if you look at the quantitative ability section, how was the difficulty level in general of this paper? So if you look at the questions that were asked, there were questions from time and work, time and distance, then one question on mensuration, some questions on averages, ages. Then you had two sets of data interpretation. One was a stacked bar graph and the other was pie charts. Then you had questions on approximations and questions on equations. So this was the blueprint of the paper, the types of questions that were asked in last week's exam. So we'll solve some questions from this paper today in the session. Yeah, everybody feels the difficulty level was moderate for the paper. Good. So let's start. Let's look at the first question for the session. I hope you can see my screen. So this is the first question for the session. It's on time and work. So try this one and tell me the answer for this one. If 5 men and 2 boys working together can do 3 times as much work per hour as a man and a boy together, the ratio of work done by a man and that of a boy for a given time is dash. Very easy question this one is. See, what should you find out? You have to find out the ratio of work done by a man to a boy. So you have to find out what is M divided by B. What is given here? 5 men and 2 boys working together can do 3 times as much work per hour as a man and a boy together. So 5 men plus 2 boys, the work that is completed by them is equal to 3 times the work done by 1 man and 1 boy. Or what can I say? 5 men plus 2 boys is equivalent to 3 men and 3 boys put together. Or I can say 2 men is equal to 1 boy. Or the work done by man is to boy is nothing but 1 by 2. Option 1. Yes, everybody is getting the answer as option 1? Correct. Very easy question. Next one. A sum of money is sufficient to pay A's salaries for 10 days and B's salary for 30 days. The same money is sufficient to pay the salary of both for how many days? So what is given here? See, a sum of money is sufficient to pay A's salary for 10 days and B's salary for 30 days. So let us take the money to be some value which is a multiple of 10 and 30, right? So let us assume that the total money, right, that is there is 300, okay? Or you can even take it as 30, 10 and 30, something common, right? Or you can find out the LCM of 10 and 30, take it as 30 or 300, anything which will be divisible by both these numbers. Any number which is divisible by 10 and 30. You can take that as the total money. Here I have considered the LCM. What is the LCM of 10 and 30? It is 30. Now what are they saying? This is 30 rupees, right? This is the total amount that we have. Now using this total amount, if I pay salary for A every day, it is lasting for 10 days. So what is A's salary per day? What does A get per day? A gets 30 divided by 10 or 3 rupees. How much does B get per day? B gets 30 divided by 30, that is 1 rupee per day. So put together A and B in one day, how much will they get? They will get 3 plus 1 or 4 rupees. Now what is the question? How the same money, the same 30 rupees, how many days will it be enough if I pay both A and B together? Nothing but 30 divided by 4. That's all. 30 by 4 is how much? 7.5. So it will last for 7.5 days, which is not there in the options. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is going to be none of these. Very easy question, right? Just put in some values and you will get the answer fast. Just choose a number which is a multiple of 10 and 30 or which is divisible by 10 and 30, that's all. Or take the LCM of 10 and 30, take that as the total money, see how much A gets in a day, see how much B gets in a day, put together how much they will get in a day. So if we are paying for both of them in a day, how many days will the money last? Answer will be none of these. Next one. The respective ratio between the speeds of a car, a jeep and a tractor is 3:5:2. The speed of the jeep is 250% the speed of the tractor, which can cover 360 kilometers in 12 hours. What is the average speed of the car and the jeep together? See, the respective ratio between the speeds of car, jeep and tractor is 3:5:2. So, and it is also given here that the speed of the tractor which covers this tractor covers 360 kilometers in 12 hours. So what is the speed of the tractor? It is nothing but 360 divided by 12. Correct? See, the tractor is covering 360 kilometers in 12 hours. Or what is the speed of the tractor? 360 divided by 12. Correct? Or how much is that? That is 30. Correct? So the speed of the tractor is 30 kilometers per hour. Now here I know the speed of the car is to the speed of the jeep is to the speed of the tractor is in the ratio 3:5:2. Or I can say the speeds are 3x, 5x and 2x. Now I know what is 2x. I know 2x is equal to 30, or what is x? X is equal to 15. Now what should I find out? What is the average speed of the car and the jeep together? So what is the average speed of the car and the jeep together? 3x plus 5x divided by 2, right? 3x plus 5x by 2, that is 8x by 2, which is equal to 4x. So I have to find out the value of 4x. What is 4x? 4 into 15, which is equal to 60. So the answer that I am looking for is 60 kilometers per hour. You need not use this information at all, right? Without that itself you can find what the answer is. Clear? Yes, everybody got the answer as 60. Good. Let's move on to the next one. Yes, so for this one all of you are giving me the answer as option 2. Let's check. What is given here? A river 3 meters deep and 40 meters wide is flowing at a rate of 2 kilometers per hour. How much water in liters will fall into the sea in a minute? So here what is happening? See, there is a river. Okay, the river is, so I'm just going to so it's like this, right? So you can say the river is like a box, right? It is 3 meters deep. The river is 3 meters deep and it is 40 meters wide. Okay, and in 1 hour it is, the water is flowing at a rate of 2 kilometers per hour, or I can say the length that is covered in 1 hour is nothing but 2 kilometers, or that is nothing but 2000 meters. That represents the length, okay, of that the water covers in 1 hour. Now, so what is the volume? The volume, that is, what is the volume of the river? That is, when you are considering 1 hour, the river water is covering a distance of 2000 meters. So the volume for this 1 hour is nothing but 3 into 40 into 2000 meter cube, correct, which is equal to 24 followed by, you have 4 zeros, so 3 4 are 12, 12 2 are 24 followed by 4 zeros meter cube. So that is the volume of water, right, when you consider 1 hour. Now here they are asking how many liters of water will fall into the sea in a minute. So in a minute how much water will be there? In a minute it is nothing but 2 4 followed by 1 2 3 4 zeros divided by 60. This is for 1 hour. So for 1 minute what is the volume of water? It is nothing but so much, right? So 4000 meter cube. Basically it is the space that is taken by the water, correct? See here it is the this, what does this 4000, that is 4000 meter cube, what does that represent? It represents the volume that is being occupied by the water. So here what I calculated, this volume was for 1 hour, or the volume of the water for 1 hour is so much. Here the volume of water in 1 minute is so much. Now what are they saying? How many liters will fall into the sea in 1 minute? So what does 4000 meter cube, what is it equivalent to? How many liters is that equivalent to? See, you should know that 1 meter cube is equivalent to 1000 liters, or 1 meter cube can contain 1000 liters. So 4000 meter cube can contain how many liters? That is 4000 into 1000. So 4 followed by 6 zeros, right? 4 into 10 to the power of 6. So your answer will be option 2, right? You have 6 zeros. So that will be your answer, option 2. Clear? See, I hope you understand what I have tried to find out. I know that water is traveling a distance of 2 kilometers per hour, depth and the width. Okay, I know all that. With that, I am finding out the volume or the space that is taken up by water in 1 hour, right, which is so much meter cubes. So, in 1 minute, what is the volume that is taken up by the water? The water is occupying 4000 meter cube in 1 minute. Now, what is the question? In the question they are asking how many liters of water will fall into the sea in 1 minute. So, 4000 meter cube is equivalent to how many liters? We know 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. So, just substitute that there, you will get the answer. Okay, next one. Raman's present age is 3 times his daughter and 9/13 of his mother's present age. The sum of present ages of all 3 of them is 125 years. What is the difference between the present age of Raman's daughter and Raman's mother? So, for this question, how can you solve it? Assume that the age of the daughter, right? Let us assume age of the daughter is x. So, if the present age of the daughter is x, what is Raman's age? Raman's age is 3x. Now, it is also given that Raman's present age is 3 times of his daughter and 9/13 of his mother's present age. Or I can say Raman's present age is equal to 9/13 of his mother's age, right? Or what is Raman's mother's age? Raman's mother's age is nothing but 3x into 13/9, right? See, I know Raman's age is 9/13 of his mother's age. I know Raman's age in terms of his daughter is 3x. Or what is the mother's age? Mother's age is nothing but 3x into 13/9, which is equal to 13 divided by 3x. Now, what are they saying? The sum of the present ages of all 3 of them is 125 years. So, what is the sum of ages of Raman and his daughter and his mother? Age of daughter plus Raman is 4x. So, 4x plus mother's age, that is 13/3x, that is equal to 125. Or what is this? This is nothing but 12x plus 13x, that is 25x is equal to 375. Or what is x? X is equal to 15. Now, what is the question? What is the difference between the present age of Raman's daughter and Raman's mother? What is Raman's mother's age? Mother's age is nothing but 13 divided by 3 into 15. Right, that is 13 into 5, which is 65. What is daughter's age? Daughter's age is 15. This is the daughter's age, this is the mother's age, and what is the difference between their ages? 65 minus 15, that is 50 years. That is what they have asked. Difference between the age of the mother and the daughter of Ram. Option 3. See, for such questions, if you try to stick with one variable, calculations become easier. Sometimes we tend to take one variable as x and another variable as y. That will lead to increase in the number of steps. Try to stick to one variable so that you are able to solve faster. Next. Visitors to a show were charged rupees 14 on the first day, rupees 12 on the second day, and rupees 10 on the third day. The attendance of the 3 days was in the ratio 1:2:5. Find the average charge per person for the show. So, whenever you have such questions, take some numbers and solve. That will be easier. See, what have they given here? They have given that the attendance of the 3 days was in the ratio 1:2:5. So, you just assume on the first day 1 person went. On the second day, let's say 2 people went. On the third day, let's say 5 people went. Okay. Now, on the first day, so what is the amount collected? 1 into 14, that is 14. On the second day, how much amount is collected? 2 into 12, that is 24. On the third day, how much amount is collected? 5 into 10, that is 50. So, totally how much amount is collected? 88 rupees is collected. Now, find the average charge per person. So, totally how many people have gone? On the first day 1 person goes, on the second day 2 people go, and on the third day 5 people go. So, totally 8 persons have attended the show. So, what is the average amount that is collected per person? 88 divided by 8, which is equal to 11. That is option 1. Okay, so whenever you have such questions, try to put in some values, like assume that there is 1 person on the first day, 2 persons on the second day and 5 persons on the third day. So if you do it that way, the calculations become very easy. Just find out the total fare collected divided by the number of people who have attended. That will give you the average that is charged per person. Next, what is given here? Out of a dozen of observations, average of X observation is 42 and another 6 observation is 45 and average of the remaining X observation is 40. Average of all the observations is dash. So see what is given here, out of a dozen of observations. So basically there are 12 values, right? 12 observations, right? So this dozen means 12. So out of a dozen observations, average of X observation is 42, 6 observation is 45 and another X observation is 40. So what is the value of this X? This X has to be 3, correct? Because this is 6 is already gone from 12. So remaining you have 6 observations which is divided as X and X. So this is 3 observations here and again another 3 observations here, correct? So what is given here now? Average of 3 observations is 42. Again average of another 3 observations is 40. So what is the average of this set put together? It's going to be 41. See, I have 3 observations whose average is 42 and 3 observations whose average is 40. So put together the average of the 6 observations, right? Average of the 6 observations is nothing but the middle value of this, that is 41. Now next, what are they saying? They have said that the average of the remaining 6 observations is 45. So now I have 6 observations whose average is 41 and 6 observations whose average is 45. So what is the net average of these two put together? What is the net average of these 12 observations? Again it has to be the middle value between 41 and 45 because there are equal numbers, right? 6 here and 6 here. So what will be the answer? What is the value that comes between 41 and 45? 43. So 43 is going to be your answer. That is option 2. See, what is the traditional way in which you would do it? See, you know there are 3 observations whose average is 42. So what is the total value of the 3 observations? It is nothing but 42 plus 3. What is the total value of the next 3 observations? It is nothing but 40 into 3. What is the total value of the last 6 observations? It is nothing but 45 into 6 whole divided by 12. So this, when you solve, you will get the answer as 43. But you needn't do it this way. That's what I'm trying to say. See here, since the values are given in such a way that you can directly check and find out what the final average will be. For the first 3 observations, you know the average is 42. For another 3 observations, the average is 40. So what is the average of all of these 6 observations put together? Equally distributed, right? 42, there are 3. 40, there are 3. So what will be the net average? It has to be 41. So for this 6 observations, the average is 41. I also have another 6 observations whose average is 45. So what is the average of all of these 12 observations put together? It is nothing but the middle value between 45 and 41, that is 43. Answer is option 2. I hope it is clear. This would be an easier way to solve the question. Next. So the next is the data interpretation set. What is the first question here? Which of the given precious stones experience the highest percentage growth in its sale in any year over that of the previous year from the period 1996-97 to 1999-2000? So what are they asking? Which of the given precious stones experienced the highest percentage growth in its sales? So there has to be a drastic increase in sale from one year to the next in the given period. Which of that stone has the maximum increase like that? So look at the graph here. See, if you see here, okay, let us first look at the last one, that is topaz. See, topaz, if you see 1995-96 it was 100. Okay, 96-97 also it is 100. 97-98 what is happening? This 100 is becoming double. Here it is decreasing. Here again it is becoming double. Okay, look at what is this one? Emerald. So emerald, if you see, it is decreasing, right? From 200 it is becoming 100 and 100 is becoming 200, that is it is doubling here. So here also it doubled, here also it's doubling, so definitely that's not going to be the highest. Then it is the same, right? Here again if you see 300 is becoming 200, that is decreasing. This 200 is becoming 400, that is doubling. Here decrease. So all these are not true. Now look at bezel, right? If you look at bezel, what is happening? 100 is becoming 400, right? 100 is becoming 400. So if you look at the sales, see all these represents what? Sales of precious stones. In 96-97, if I am selling 100 tons of bezel, in 97-98 I am selling 400 tons of bezel, that is 4 times. So what is your answer? Your answer is going to be bezel. That is showing the highest growth in sales in any one period in any 1 year over the given period, right? So what will be your answer? Your answer will be bezel from 96-97 to 99-2000. Clear? Next question. If the sales of topaz increased from 1994-95 to 1995-96 by 25% and increased from 1999-2000 to 2000-2001 by 50%, then what is the difference between the sales of topaz in 1994-95 and that in 2000-2001? So let us just refer back to the figure. So we are talking about topaz, right? So 1995-96, let us see what is the sales of topaz. Similarly 1999-2000, let us see what is the sales of topaz. Let us refer back to the figure. 1995-96 topaz is 100, right? Then 1999-2000, right, it is 200. So let me just write down these values here because that is what I need to solve the question. So 1995-96 is going to be 100 and 1999-2000 it's going to be 200. So what is happening to sales of topaz? See, if sales of topaz increased from 1994-95 to 95-96 by 25%. So if I say in 1994-95 the sales of topaz was X tons, now how much has the sales become? It has become 25 times more, or it has become 125 divided by 100 times of X, or I can say in 95-96, right, the sales is nothing but, the sales of topaz is nothing but 5 by 4 of X, right, that is 25% more than X, that is the sales in 94-95, and you know this is equal to 100. So what is X? X is equal to 100 into 4 by 5, right, that is X is equal to 80. So what does this mean? In 1994-95 the sales of topaz was 80 tons. Now the sales of topaz in 95-96 has become 100. Okay. Now next, what are they saying? If you look at the year 99-2000, the sales of topaz was 200, and in 2000-2001 the sales of topaz has increased by 50%. So earlier it was 200, means now how much has it become? 200 plus 100, that is it has become 300. Now what is the question? What is the difference between the sales of topaz in 94-95 and 2000-2001? So in 2000-2001 300 tons was sold. Now in 94-95 80 tons were sold. What is the difference? 220 tons, right, which is that there in the options. See here they have given in terms of kg. Again you should know that 1 ton is equal to 1000 kgs. So the answer that we are looking for is 220 into 10 cube, which is not there in the options. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be none of these. Okay, I hope it is clear. See in the question, if you see 1995-96 topaz 100 tons is being sold. Okay, now it is given that in 94-95 if X tons of topaz was sold, 5 by 4th of that is this 100, or what is X? X is nothing but 80. So you get what is X. So in 1994-95 80 tons of topaz is sold. Similarly they have given in 1999-2000 200 tons of topaz is sold, and 50% increase is happening in 2000-2001. So in 2000-2001 how many tons is being sold? 200 plus 100, or 300 tons is being sold. And now what is the difference between the tons of topaz sold in year 2000-2001 and 94-95? Find out the difference. 220 tons, which is nothing but 220 into 10 cube. See what are they saying? From 94 to 95 there is a 25% increase Okay, what is 25% increase account to? 25% increase account to means 125 by 100 of the previous value. What is 125 by 100? It is nothing but 5 by 4. Right? So that is how I put 5 by 4 here, or instead of writing this 5 by 4 is equal to 20 is equal to 100, you can directly write x is equal to 100 into 4 by 5. See, if this is 5 by 4 times, the other side if you have to find out x will be 4 by 5 times of 100. They have given here, right, 25% increase. I have just taken that in terms of fractions. I didn't take it that way because I feel fractions are easier to solve. You can definitely take 1.25x is equal to 100. Definitely you can take that. That's also correct. See, it's your comfort. If you find to solve it that way easier, please follow that. I feel fractions are easier. 125 by 100 is 5 by 4. Or it will be 4 by 5 times. X will be 4 by 5 times of the other value. Next one. By what percent is the average annual sales of emerald for the given period more or less than the sales of opal in the year 1998-99? So how will you solve this? Let us go back to the values again. Annual sales of emerald for the given period more or less than the sales of opal in 1998-99. So first let us see what is the sales of opal in 1998-99. What is the sales of opal in 1998-99? It is 300, right? So opal is 300. So this is 300. So opal in 98-99 is how much? It is 300. Emerald, what will be the average of emerald? 900 divided by 5. Now you have to find out by what percentage is the average annual sales of emerald more or less than that of opal. So 900 by 5 is 180. This is 300, this is 180. So emerald is how, by what percentage? 300 minus 180 divided by 300 into 100, right? That is nothing but 40%. You will get 120 by 300, which is nothing but 40%, right? Your answer will be option 4. It's actually a very easy DI. See, what you do is after we finish the session, just go back to the question paper and solve this DI. Then you will understand it very easily. It was actually an easy one in the examination. Let's move on to the next question. So this question is on approximation. So this question was actually a bit tricky, right? Now what is given here? So when you solve, you will have 50, you can approximate it, right? So I can take it as 52,000 divided by 60 into 29, you can take it as 30, that is equal to question mark into 40. So what will be your denominator? You will have this 40 will come here, right? 60 into 40, numerator you have this. I have to find out the value of the question mark. So what do I get when I solve this? So you have 5200 divided by 8, correct? That is equal to 650 is what we get. Now lot of us are saying 680, right? You also have option 600. Which option do I choose? So that is where we get confused. So yes, lot of us feel 680 is the closest value, so it has to be 680. But remember here when we did the calculation, what have we done? We have decreased the denominator from what it was, and I am getting the answer as 650, right? So when I actually solve, this denominator here has to be 61 and 41. So the answer that I get should actually be little lesser than 650. So the answer you have to choose will be 600. Okay, yes, it is a bit confusing, especially for a question on approximation when the values are also given so close. We obviously tend to take 680 as the answer, but here since we are decreasing the denominator, the actual answer will be less than 650. That much we can say, right? So you have to take it as 600. Is it clear? Yes. So the correct answer will be option 2, that is 600. That question was definitely tricky because all of us suddenly will tend to choose the answer as 680. Next one. 701 divided by 52 divided by 11 by 69 into 112 divided by 107 is equal to question mark. So here how will you solve this? Again, let's take approximate values here. You have 700 divided by 50 divided by 11. Okay, 11, let us take it as 11 itself. divided by 699, take it as 700 into 112 divided by 107. Let's take it as 110 by 110. Okay, or this will be 700 divided by 50 into 700 divided by 11 into 110 by 110. So these two will get cancelled. Here I have 700 divided by 50, that is 14. So again, what is 700 divided by 11? So 60 into 11 is 660, correct? So 700 divided by 11 will be close to 63, right? 63 point some value might be. So what is 63 into 14? 63 into 14 can approximately be taken as 900. So your answer is option 3, 900. Yes, everybody is getting 900. Good. Next one. This question you should give me the answer in less than 5 seconds. Very easy. Just by looking at the question you can say what the answer will be. Yeah, for this what will be the answer? X is greater than or equal to y. Correct? See here, x minus root of 121 is equal to 0. What is root of 121? Root of 121 is 11, or I can say x is equal to 11. Now here I have y squared is equal to 121. So what is the value of y? Y is equal to plus or minus 11. You need not even write this. So I know for sure that x is either greater than or equal to y. That's going to be my answer. You have y squared is equal to 121. So what can be the value of y? See, if I put y as minus 11 also, minus 11 the whole squared is 121, right? Similarly, if I put y as plus 11 the whole square is also equal to 121. So this can take two values, right? If I just say square root of 121 means that is 11. That's always a positive value. Okay? Correct answer will be option 2. Next one. So here I have x squared minus x minus 12, that is equal to 0. Then I have y squared plus 5y plus 6 is equal to 0. So if you look at the sign table, how will the roots of this equation be? When you have minus minus, right? The smaller root will be minus and the bigger root will be positive. When you have plus plus, both the roots are going to be negative. Anyway, let's find out what the roots are. Here product of two numbers has to be 12, sum of the two numbers has to be 1. So the numbers are 4 and 3. So the roots that I am looking for is nothing but 4 and 3. So what will be the sign of these roots? Minus 3 and plus 4. Similarly, what is the roots of y squared plus 5y plus 6? Product of two numbers is 6, sum of two numbers is 5. So the numbers are 3 and 2. In this case, both the roots are going to be negative. So what will be the answer here? If you take x is 4, right? X is greater than y. If you take x as minus 3, I can say y is greater than x when I consider y as minus 2. So basically you can say I cannot find out a relationship between x and y, right? 4 minus 3 and minus 3 minus 2. So here I cannot find out the relationship between x and y. Answer will be option 5. Plus 4 and minus 3 only, no, they see both are negative here, minus minus, right? So if you draw the sign table, what will you get? Please by heart this table. I don't want to be drawing this every time. If I have minus minus, so the smaller root and the bigger root. The smaller root will be the negative one and the bigger root will be the positive one. So it is plus 4 and minus 3. Next. So in this paper there were questions on finding out the wrong number. See, when it comes to this finding out the wrong number in the given series and the normal number series question where you have to find out the missing number, I feel finding the missing number is always easier, right? Finding out the wrong number is the more difficult type of question. So in this paper all the questions were like finding out the wrong number in the given series. So try this one. 14, 15, 19, 28, 42, 69 and 105. Which is wrong number? Yes, what is the logic that is being followed here? 14 plus 1 squared is equal to 15. 15 plus 2 squared is equal to 19. 19 plus 3 squared, that is equal to 28. 28 plus 4 squared is equal to how much? 28 plus 16, right? That is 44. It should be 44 and not 42. So this is your wrong number. Yes, you are adding squares in each step. So next will be 44 plus 5 squared, which is equal to 69. 44 plus 25. Yeah. Next, 895, 870, 821, 740, 619, 445, 225. Again, find out the wrong number. So what is the logic that is followed here? 895 minus 5 squared, that is equal to 870. 870 minus 7 squared is equal to 821. 821 minus 9 squared, that is equal to 740. 740 minus 11 squared is equal to 619. So next will be 619 minus 13 squared. So what is 619 minus 13 squared? It is 450. Okay. So the wrong number here is 445. So the correct answer will be option 5. Yes, it has to be 450. It is given as 445. So this is the next set of data interpretation. So what is given here? Answer the questions based on the following information. The sales of a company in 1998-1999 was 1200 crore. The following pie charts describe the distribution of sales for various regions, products and distribution methods. Okay, region wise distribution of sale, product wise distribution of sales by various different methods. So this is what is given. Based on this, you have to answer the questions that follow. See, remember here all the information is given about a company. Now there is a company like, let's say, Procter and Gamble or whatever. In that company, this is the region wise distribution of sale, this is the product wise distribution of sale, this is the distribution of sales by various methods. Okay, you have to be clear about that. All these information is about one company that is given, and the total sales of that company is 1200 crore. Okay. Also, another thing that you have to remember here is that now when you consider this region wise distribution of sale, see, put together, all of these put together, the total sale here is 1200. Out of this 1200 crore, if you look at Northeast, they have sold 6% of this 1200 crore. If you see North, they have sold 14% of this 1200 crore. Similarly, if you look at with respect to product, again it's the same. Total sales is 1200 crores. Out of this 1200 crore, 13% accounts to textile. 28% accounts to cement, right? That is with respect to product. Similarly, if you look with respect to distribution methods, this is still the total sale. Out of this 1200 crore, 8% is sold by internet, 30% is sold by franchise. So that's how you have to understand that's how you get an understanding of the graphs given. If you know this, then you will be able to solve the questions that follow. Okay. So in this set, 1 or 2 questions were very calculative. You should have definitely given that a skip. There were 1 or 2 questions also which was easy to solve. Okay. So let us try out one by one. What is given here? In this particular paper, definitely you should have tried to get the first data interpretation set or the previous set that we solved and kept this towards the end. If you had time, you could have tried those 1 or 2 questions from this set, which were fairly easy. Right, there were 1 or 2 questions which were very calculative also. You could have definitely given that a skip in this particular exam. Now, let us look at this. What does the first question say? If the cement sector has total sales of rupees 3215 crore in the year, what is the market share of the company? So, try this and tell me what the answer will be. What are they saying? See, when you look at cement manufacture, the graphs given here are graphs of one particular company. Now what are they saying? They are saying in the question that the cement sector has total sales of 3215 crores in that year. So this 3215 refers to all the companies that are manufacturing cement. All the companies put together, the total sale of cement is 3215 crore. Out of that, how much is this company selling, the company that we are looking at? See, if you look at our company, our total sales is 1200 crore. How much cement are we selling? 28% of 1200 crores. So this is the sales of our company that we are looking at, right? Now what does this 3215 refers? It refers to the total cement sold by all the companies put together. So what is the market share of our company or this particular company whose graphs have been given? The market share is nothing but this 28% of 1200 divided by 3215 into 100. See, out of the total sales of cement in a particular place, there are a lot of companies manufacturing cement and selling cement. Our company is selling so much, right? So out of a total sales of so much 3215, which accounts to the cement that is being sold by all the companies put together, our company is selling so much. So what is our market share? This is our market share. Or this, when you solve, you get the answer as 10.45%. Option 2. Clear? When you calculate, actually, see, there are two options, 10.45 and 10.38, which are very close to each other. So we cannot approximate and say what the answer will be, right? You have to be more precise and find out what the answer will be here. Yes? Next. In 1998-99, computer sales grew by 50%, while the sales of dealers grow by 30%. If computers are sold only through dealers, what has been the percentage change in the sales of dealers of the product other than computers? Numbers. Okay, I think you need the number of dealers, right? I'll just write down the numbers which will be required for calculation. I'll just write down that in bold so that it's clear to you. So we are talking about computers and dealers, right? Yeah, these are the two percentages that you will make use of. That's all. How would you solve this? So let us start solving it. See, in this year, okay, 1998-99, if you look at sales of computer, it is 17%. But what are they saying? Instead of this 17%, it has grown by 50%. Now, first, let us find out how much does the computer sale account to, okay? So earlier, right, or in the graph, according to the graph, the computers accounts to 17% of the sale, right? That is 1200, out of 1200 crores, 17% is computers, that is 17 by 100 of 1200, or computers is nothing but 204, right? This is the share of computers. Now, what has happened to the computers? The sales of the computers has increased by 50%, or now computer has become 204 plus, that is 50% more, correct? So how much has it become? 150 by 100 of 204, or I can say 204 plus 102, correct? So computer has become so much. It has become, yes, 204 plus 102, that is 306. So this is now how much the computer has become. Now if you look at, same way, let us look at the dealers. Okay, if you look at the dealers, what has happened? Earlier, dealers accounted to 21%. So out of this 1200, 21% was dealers, right? Now what has happened? This dealers has grown by 30%, right? So if dealer sales was earlier 1200 into 0.21, that is 252. Now the dealer sale has become how much? The dealer sale has become 252 into 1.3, right? It has become 130 by 100 times the previous value, or whatever be that value. This is how much it has become. Now what are they saying? You have to find out what has been the percentage change in the sales of dealers of the product other than the computers, where it is given that computers are sold only through dealers. See, what they are saying is, see, this company is selling some computers, and they are saying that this computers are sold only through the dealers. Now let us understand it that way. So now dealers account to how much? Dealers account to 21% of the total sales, right? So how much do dealers account to? They account to 252 crores. Out of this 252 crores, 17% is computers, correct? If 17% is computers, how much is others? Others account to 4% of 1200, right? So let us try it that way, okay? Instead of writing it down like this, what can I say? I can say that dealers account to 21% of the sales. Out of this 21%, I know 17% of sales the dealers are doing is for the computer. So what is 17% of the total sales? It is nothing but 204. Now what is the other products that the dealers are selling? It is nothing but 4% of 1200, that is 48 crores, right? 48 crores worth product, other products the dealers are selling. Now what has happened? The computers, right? The sale of computers has increased by 50%. So earlier if there was 204 crores of computers that were sold, now 306 crores worth computers are being sold. Similarly, when you look at the dealers, okay, earlier if there were 252 dealers, now the number of dealers has increased, right? 252 into 1.3. So now now if you look at the case, right, the computers sold is 306 and the number of dealers who are there is nothing but 252 into 1.3. So now how many other products are the dealers selling? The other products that is being sold by the dealers is nothing but this 252 into 1.3 minus 306. This will represent the number of other products that the dealers are selling now, right? So if you solve this, you get this as, what will you get it as? 252 into 1.3 minus 306, that is I think 21.6 you will get. So if you see what has happened, now what are they asking you in the question? What has been the percentage change in the sales of the dealers of the product other than computers? So earlier where they were selling 48 crores worth other products, now they are selling only 21.6 crores worth of other products. So definitely there has been a decrease, right, from what they were selling earlier and what they are selling now. So definitely you can eliminate this option plus 15. There is no increase, there is a decrease. And also what is 50% of 48 crores? It is 24 crores. So this value is less than 24 crores, or the decrease is greater than 50%. So definitely you can eliminate these two options also. Now there is an option none of these, but you have to take a chance here and mark this as your answer, okay, as minus 55%. I hope this is clear. See, I explained this to you so that you understand what we have done. See, instead of doing it with these numbers, if you put in the actual numbers, then it is calculative, right? More calculative. What is the easier way to solve it? Now that you have understood the concept, let me solve it in an easier way to you. How can you solve it? See, earlier dealers account to 21%. Now they have grown by 30%. So how much has the dealers become now? The dealers have now become 21, right, into 1.3, or that is nothing but 27.3%. This is how much the dealers have become now. Okay, see, the first method I explained so that the concept is clear to you. Now I will teach you how to solve it in an easier way. See, dealers were earlier 21%, now they have become 27.3%. Similarly, computer, right, computer was earlier how much? It was 17%, now it has become 17 into 1.5, or increased by 50%. So this accounts to 25.5%. So now 27.3% of this 1200 crore is dealers. Out of this 27.3%, 25.5% is computer. So what is the percentage of others? The percentage of others is nothing but 27.3 minus 25.5, right? So what will you get here? 8, and you have 1.8, right? Now in the previous case, if you see, what was the difference? Here 21% was dealers, 17% was computers. So what was the percentage of others? 21 minus 17, or 4%. So earlier it was 1.8, now it is 1.8, earlier it was 4. So what is the change? The change is definitely greater than 50%, right? Earlier it was 4%, that is 21 minus 17 was 4%, that is 4% of 1200. Now it has become 1.8%. So that is greater than half of 4, correct? Half of 4 is 2. So definitely this 1.8% is lesser than that, or I can say if you look at the percentage increase, it has to be greater than 50% or minus 55%. I hope it is clear. So it is minus 55%. Is it clear now? So you need not find out the values exactly for this question. Shall I move to the next question? So look at this question now. If computers are sold only through the dealers, how much of the dealer sales are made by products other than computers? So again, very easy question, no? It's actually a sub question of the previous question that we solved. What are they saying here? Computers are sold only through dealers. So how much dealer sales are made by products other than computers? So what should you do? See, if you look at dealers, they constitute 21% of the sales, out of which 17% is computers. So what is the other products that are sold by dealers? It accounts to 21 minus 17 or 4% of the sales. So what is 4% of 1200? It is nothing but 48 crores. So 48 crores refers to the other products that are sold by dealers. Yes, it was actually it was a sub question of the previous question that we solved. So 48 crores is your answer. Next one. What is 384 plus 192? It is 576, right? So what is 576 of half, or what is 576 by 2? And you have to divide that by 17280, that's all. So you have to find out what is 17280 by 288, or I can say 17300 by 290. So whatever it is, the answer is close to 60. Option 1. So with that, we are coming to an end of the questions in this paper. You want further clarification or any question that you had doubt in the exam that you want me to clarify? So for this, one more thing I wanted to tell you was in that stacking bar graph question, no? There is one question which I did not take, which was part of that stacking bar graph, where they had asked some information about bezel, right? That was one of the stones that they had mentioned, bezel and topaz. So I think the question was in which of the years was bezel or topaz value higher than, I mean, they were comparing bezel and topaz, and there was a question. So there was a small typo error in the question paper itself. Okay, so I have got that corrected. Just refer back to the question once. Okay, if you have tried that question in the examination, you would know. I think the answer comes up to 3 times. So the names had been interchanged in the question paper earlier. We have corrected that now. Just make a note of it and go check that question once. The trick. The main important thing that you have to keep in mind, especially for IBPS PO, where you have to solve 35 questions in 20 minutes, is choose your questions wisely. See, topics like simplification or number series, you get stuck, leave the question and go to the next question. That is with respect to the exam point of view, right? Otherwise, if you are taking too much of time per question, you are losing out that much time, which you could have got so many other questions correct. Yes, right? Again, try to approximate if you can. If the options are far spaced, try to approximate as much as possible. That will also help many times. Okay, so that is it from us for now, and I will see you in the next session. And this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Good night.